Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think about the class system, creating your class and the layout, and because it's totally different. It's different than anything we've experienced on a Call of Duty game. All the menu is sort of the UI, I should say, is sort of like in a laid out fashion where you can see where each of the things go. It's not your standard like 10 point class system where you have 10 points and you can spend them wherever you want. You have just a limited number of attachments that you can put on your gun. Teeter, what do you think about that versus like the older systems?
I love it, honestly. It's great. It gives you like so much more like freedom of how you want your gun. Like the list of customization opportunities is almost endless. Just like barrels alone for a lot of guns, there's like 17. You know what I mean? I'm like over exaggerating, but it's crazy. But in terms of like
No,
the layout, huh?
yeah, go ahead.
But just in terms of like the layout, I think it's great because it's like clean and simple. It's like, oh, you want a different barrel attachment? You just, hover over the barrel side of the gun. You want a different sight? You go over there. And then it kind of gave a buff to the perk Overkill, which lets you bring a primary as a secondary, because you can fully customize both of your weapons. Versus like an old Call of Duty game, if you wanted to have that perk, you can only put, let's say, like two or three attachments on your primary, and then when you got to your secondary, maybe one. You know what I mean? You have like set amount of points you can't fully customize both, so it gives you more options, I guess. And plus,
Yeah,
when you're in a game, you could change attachments on your gun on the fly. It's like you got a new sight, you could throw it on mid-match. You want a suppressor, throw it on mid-match. It's great.
yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. I think the new system is much better. And you're right. I didn't think about that, but you're right with the overkill perk. By having basically two primary guns and you can fully kit both of them, that's pretty amazing. Because if you think about it, there's what, maybe 5, 6 different types of attachments on each gun. You're looking at 10 points just with your guns, and that doesn't count your 3 perks and your grenade, your lethal grenade, and your tactical grenade. So there's like you're basically get, instead of like a 10 point system, you're given like a 15 or 16 point system depending on how you build it. It Yeah, I love that. I haven't really been changing my gun too much mid match, but I do like that the ability to do that is there. I always thought that that was something we should have the ability to do. Like, it doesn't make sense to be completely locked out of your class system when you're in the middle of the game, because you just don't know when certain situations will require certain different things. And I feel like old Call of Duties would in a way penalize you for not being prepared for a situation that you don't even know exists by not letting you change your classes or not letting you change your weapon attachments mid game. So actually, I like the freedom of that. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, I think that's it's a great addition to the game. Being able to change your classes mid game and stuff. Yeah, and also with the layout, when the second I hit level 4, where I can create my own class, and I had the gun, and I finally unlocked a red dot for it, which was great. I went to put the red dot on it, and I also had another attachment that I could put on it, and I was lost for a minute, like, wait, how do I get that? Like, how do I put it on? But then now that I figured it all out, I think it's amazing. I think it's way better than the old system.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
I
the
was a
reason
little
why
lost.
they did that, I think the reason why they did that is because all the other Call of Duties, I wouldn't say all, but most of them were kind of more, like the Call of Duties were like more like arcadic, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like the 3 lane system and stuff, where like this Call of Duty is more immersive, and I guess more like, I don't want to say like realistic, but more tactical. You know what I mean? So you're definitely gonna need like that mechanic in the game to adjust for like the other team how they're playing or like the maps or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the game is a little bit more tactical. And what I was reading online is that they kind of were hoping to design the maps in a more realistic way as opposed to something that's designed specifically for video games, for gaming. So in that sense, they are more tactical, because in real life, it would be a more tactical situation. So yeah, the added benefit of being able to change your classes, I think, pairs really nicely with the overall design of the game. Although I really can't say that the map design is something that I like.